11 people will soon appear in court in connection with the Bekkersdal Tavern mass shooting, where 10 people were killed in a mass attack on Sunday. In fact, the latest victim died in hospital. There are others who were wounded in that gun assault. Let's bring in the spokesperson now of the Gauteng Liquor Traders Association, Jongikhaya Kraai, who's joining us by phone. Jongikhaya, good to have you on the SABC. Speak to me about what you, as the Gauteng Liquor Traders Association, see as the solution to mass shootings at taverns and shebeens in particular.
The solution is collaboration between the SAPS, the communities, and tavern owners. If we could have the SAPS patrolling much more in our spaces, and we form partnerships, and also what we requested for today was that the issue of the SAPS liquor officers being off duty over the weekends, because most of these things happen over the weekends. If you would know, liquor officers, designated liquor officers, are only on duty Monday to Fridays. Saturdays and Sundays, they are off duty. So even if you have them on speed dial, if anything happens, you can't reach them because they are off duty. They'll just tell you they are off duty and refer you to the help desk. But that is one of the things that we tried to deal with today. But most importantly, that they must frequent our spaces, and they must always be there on call when we need them.
And you're referring to a meeting that you had as the industry with law enforcement and other parties today. In terms of what you've just expressed as a wish, these offices that you say are not opened, and the assistance that you need in terms of frequent patrolling by the SAPS, have they been able to give you that commitment today that it will happen? And if so, when will it actually begin to happen?
This is going to be a continuation. In January, we're meeting again one more time in order to implement all the requests and have all other stakeholders that were not there, and they will then give us a response if this could happen. Because the reason why we are putting this forward is because when the shooting was happening on Saturday around past 12 a.m., the owner of the outlet put through a voice note in the Liquor Forum group to say there are shootings in my place. Please, can I get assistance? But unfortunately, the liquor officer was off duty. So that is one of the reasons that we said, look, if the liquor officer was on duty, we are sure he would have made a plan within minutes. But because he was off duty, he could not also be on the phone. So that is why it took them so long to respond.
I wonder, though, if police have enough resources to begin with, Jongikhaya, to do the sort of patrolling and quick response times that would be needed in emergencies such as the tragedy in Bekkersdal on Sunday, when you consider that already the ratio of police officers in communities based at a police station versus the number of people in the area that they cater to is already so skewed?
Yes, we are well aware of the resources. That is why part of our safety plan, or in lack of a better word to say, when we hold our meetings with our liquor officers, the CPF is always present. And we had the provincial CPF chairperson that was there, and he also highlighted all the CPF members that they've designated to different patrolling areas or different areas where taverns are available. So those CPF can also come in as a great help if the SAPS is not there, in collaboration, obviously, with the community, because we know in some areas, or in most areas, when the most CPF do not carry firearms in it, but they can at least blow the whistle, they can at least do something to just deter whatever is happening in those outlets.
But why has the industry and whoever's responsible for compliance, why have those parties been sleeping on the job? And I use that language deliberately because in at least 2 of these mass shooting incidents at taverns or shebeens, it's later been found that the establishments were operating illegally, yet no one seems to have tried to intervene or stop it.
You know, that one is a very tricky one, because once a shooting happens and the issue of compliance is then dealt with, and then the SAPS finds out that that outlet is non-compliant, it becomes the issue, like you said, the issue of liquor board. But then also I can't say they are sleeping on the job. There's so much proliferation of these fake permits, of these fake licenses that even the Gauteng Liquor Board or these
I'm not sure where you are, Jongikhaya, but we could hear whoever that was in the background. But nonetheless, please finish your thought.
No, just with the proliferation of these new outlets and these fake permits and fake licenses, even the inspectors don't know where these outlets are. That is why the CPF comes in very handy, because they are the ones that patrol areas. Collaboration with the community comes very handy. And also the issue of holding meetings at police stations. I'm sure together with the liquor outlets or liquor traders, CPF, communities, and liquor officers holding their weekly meetings or monthly meetings at their police stations. It's easy for them to identify these new outlets that are not licensed and then report it and have them shut down. But that does not become the issue or the responsibility of the liquor board. It becomes the issue and the responsibility of the community, liquor traders,
Right.
the CPF, and the policing precinct.
What is frightening, though, is that in these mass shootings, it would appear the businesses are not the targets because they're not being robbed. It's just people, armed men, coming in and killing people. So how does that alter the effectiveness of a preemptive sort of approach or response?
To be honest with you, this is a new phenomenon. It scares everything out of us as liquor traders, because we don't know what the issue is. We don't know what is happening. But if you can look at the majority of these shootings, they happen in these, should I say, places that are close to mines, places that...
Jongikhaya, I'm so sorry. I'm told we have to leave it there because we have to move on to something else. My apologies, but thank you so much for being on SABC News.